Good morning, everyone. Happy Pink Day. I have on some of my favorite pink yoga pants. I have on a pink headband, and I am wearing one of my tie-dye shirts that has lots of pink on it and a heart in the middle, because our school is Heart Sleep School. All right, everyone. I'm here to do some yoga with you today. We're gonna do, what day is it today? What color are we practicing? Pink. And to do pink yoga, I know sometimes we've spelt out the word with using our bodies. Other times we've used names of poses that are with that color. And so today, I was thinking we could do animals that are pink. So we'll do some yoga together using some animals. So first, before we get ready to talk about which animals we're doing, let's run through a mindfulness breathing activity. Are you ready? So I'm going to sit up tall. My back is straight, my bottom is on the floor, my legs are crossed, and it goes like this. First, you cross your legs and sit up straight. Then you stand your shoulders back and find your center. Then you take a deep breath. Bring your arms up like a balloon. Then you breathe out and back to center. 2 more times. One last time. All right, my body is feeling calm and I'm feeling ready to try my best. So first, let's name some animals that are pink. First one I'm thinking of is an animal that lives on a farm. Maybe they like to roll in the mud. Maybe they make this noise. Can you guess which animal? A pig. Yeah, some pigs are pink. Some young pigs are pink. Adult pigs can be pink. There can be other colors too. But pigs are one pink animal that we're going to do today for yoga. What's another animal that's pink? I'll give you a hint. This one is a type of bird. You might see them at the zoo. And they have really tall, skinny legs. Flamingos. Yes, flamingos. And do you know what flamingos eat that make them look pink? It's kind of a tricky question. There's something that flamingos eat that is part of the reason why their feathers, why they look pink. Does anyone know what they eat? The type of mollusk or sea creature or sea creature. Shrimp. Have you ever eaten shrimp before? I love to eat shrimp, so that will be another pose. What about, there's something else that lives in the ocean. Sometimes they're pink, sometimes they're other colors. And they have lots of little feelies, and they move like this. And sometimes they're together as a circle, and it looks like this. Those are called sea anemones. Can you say that word with me? Sea anemone. Sea anemone. Some sea anemones can be pink. And lastly, another sea creature or sea animal that is also can be pink. They are in the shape of a star. Starfish. Starfish can be pink too. So we're going to do yoga poses for all these animals and then try to tie them all together. Are you ready? So for the first pose, for pig, we're going to be on all fours. So on our hands and knees. So I'm going to make sure my feet are back. My knees are directly underneath my hips in a straight line. My arms are directly under my shoulders in a straight line. You can see that here. So first, as a pig, sometimes they like to roll around, so you can kind of squeeze each side, maybe arch your back that way, arch your back the other way. Oh, taking deep breaths. pigs have what kind of tail? What kind of tail do pigs have? They have a curly tail. So for pig pose, we're gonna lift up one of our ankles and we're gonna curl our foot back and pretend that's like our curly tail. So can you hold your body tight and lift up one leg and have your curly tail? Very nice. Let's count to 5, holding our leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Can you switch legs? So now the other side. Lifting it up. 1, 2, squeeze all those muscles. 3, 4, 5. Nice. Oink, oink. Pig pose. All right. Our next animal we talked about doing was flamingo pose. And flamingos, when I see flamingos, they're often standing in a body of water. And sometimes when they sleep, they do something kind of tricky. So part of flamingo pose is we're going to practice balancing on one foot. So you're going to stand up tall. You're going to lift up one knee. And if you can try to just balance like this could be flamingo pose. If you want to go for a challenge, grab your knee. Woo! Grabbing your knee and trying to touch your chin to your knee. It's kind of tricky. And curling up like a little ball, just like a flamingo. Sometimes it helps if you choose one spot on the floor to look at so you can help keep your balance. If you want to go for the extra challenge, an extra challenge, can you try to balance with your leg while it's straight out? Holding it with your knee towards your head. Very nice. Let's try the other side. So remember, first step is just to balance. This can be flamingo pose all by itself. Or you can bring the knee in. Either out or in. Taking deep breaths and squeezing your legs so they're feeling nice and strong. Second challenge, bring your knee down. Curl your back over. Looking at that one spot on the floor, it's kind of tricky. Try breathing. And then lastly, final challenge. If you can you straighten that leg? Nice work, everyone. That was flamingo pose. All right, next for shrimp pose. This one can be kind of fun, kind of tricky. So you're gonna come to your mat or your floor or the rug or wherever you are, the grass. And you're gonna bring your elbows down on the ground, flat like this. In shrimp, they have a kind of a twisty and a curly body. So we're gonna kind of do something similar. So your elbows are down on the ground, your feet are tucked under, you're gonna press up. So this can be the first step for shrimp pose. And if you can feel it, you'll feel the stretch on the back of your legs. You can walk your legs out, taking deep breaths. Very nice. Next step, if you'd like to go a step further to make yourself a curly shrimp, you lift up one leg and bend it back. Can you see that? My leg's bent up in the top and it's coming all the way back and around. Taking a deep breath in. Switching legs, putting that leg down, putting the other leg up. Deep breath in. Carefully come down. All right, that was shrimp pose. Next, we have sea anemone pose. A lot of friends like to do this one in the oak room. Sometimes we call it happy baby, but I was thinking this reminds me of a sea anemone, because a sea anemone tends to have lots of little fingers or wiggly pieces on it that help protect it. So we're gonna lay on our backs, and when you first get on your back, you can maybe roll around. Oh, feels so good. Rocking on your back. Maybe you could try rocking forwards and backs. Massaging the spine. Nice. So when you're ready, lay on your back. And you're going to set both your arms up and your feet up. Do you see anemones stand still? No, they kind of wave in the ocean. Can you become a sea anemone? Can you pretend you're underwater and move really slow? Maybe taking a deep breath for an 8 count and blow out for an 8 count. So ready? Breathing in. And then try, what would a really silly sea anemone look like? That's true. But water, it's kind of tricky to move fast underwater. So our sea anemone pose, you could almost kind of pretend like you're riding a bike. So silly. All right, and we have one last pose to do together. And this one is called starfish pose. Teacher Sam is still working on this pose. I'm not as flexible, so mine might look a little bit different than yours. But the way we're gonna do it is you're gonna come out where your feet make a V, or your legs make the shape of a V. Some people also call this turtle pose. And to warm this part up, you might wanna do just a couple toe touches, where you're just leaning through forward and relaxing, because you might feel the stretch on the inside of your thigh. And mine are very sore at the moment. I haven't warmed up very much yet. So just stretching forward, this is the first step. Taking a deep breath. And when you're ready, the way we do starfish pose is we're gonna bend our knees up. We're gonna lean forward, so like almost like our elbows were able to hit the floor. And you're gonna sneak one elbow arm under your knee and your leg. And you're gonna do the same to the other side. Sneaking it through and under. So now my hand is back here. I don't know if you can see my fingers. All right, and then you're gonna slowly straighten out your legs, making you almost look like a starfish. Because your 2 arms are back this way, your feet are over this way. So if you would see me from the top, I would almost look like a star. Now I challenge you at your home. Now that we've practiced all the poses, can you do shrimp pose, flamingo pose, shrimp pose, starfish? As a yoga flow? Could you flow together sea anemone to pig pose, to shrimp pose, to sea anemone? Should we try one flow together? Sure, we'll demonstrate one, and then you can sequence your yoga poses together for you. So for this one, we're gonna go sea anemone to pig pose, to shrimp pose, to sea anemone. All right, so let's start on our backs. Starting with sea anemone first. Taking a deep breath. Blowing the deep breath out. Remember, nice and slow and controlled. Breathing in again. Blowing out. Hugging your knees to your chest. Rocking your way up twice. Oh, beautiful. And then coming in to hands and knees for pig pose. Taking a deep breath in, dropping the belly. Blowing out, rounding the back. Deep breath in, finding center. Exhale, lift the leg. Count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the leg down. Other side, taking a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it down. Maybe do a little shake and shimmy. Oh, maybe get off all that mud. All right, and then coming into shrimp pose. Elbows go down. Take a deep breath. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. All right. Taking a deep breath here, maybe pedaling your feet. And when you're ready, lifting the leg up. Taking a deep breath. Putting that leg down and trying the other leg. Beautiful. Knees come down. Tuck your way underneath you. Scoot your body forward and ending back in sea anemone pose. 2 rocks on my back. And then sea anemone pose. Taking one last deep breath. Thank you for joining me for some pink animal yoga poses. Don't forget, we learned pig pose, we learned flamingo pose, we learned shrimp pose, we learned a pose for sea anemones, and the starfish pose. Can't wait to see what yoga you guys do.